house. And what is the house also made of?
They're almost like townhomes, but all together. Almost with like a stucco texture.
Yeah.
2 levels. A little uneven, but beautifully crafted.
So the house, is there 1 story?
2 stories.
Can you see the windows?
Yes.
They're big windows?
They're average. Their windows on the upstairs have 4 panes. And some of the windows above, there's windows above the doors that have, it's a section of 3. So there's 3 little panes above the doors.
There are 3 what?
Little window panes above the doors.
What is that for?
To allow sunlight in.
And so, do you feel those houses are familiar to you?
Somewhat. I've seen them before.
So now you're in front of the houses?
Yes.
How many do you see?
There's a bunch. They line the side of the road.
So which one that is more attractive to you?
The blue one.
So I want you to be in front of that blue one.
Okay.
And there's anything special about this house?
It's like azul blue. It's a very bright, vibrant blue with a wooden door. Like a dark wood door.
So now just imagine the door is open and you are walking inside. You are inside of the house and you can look around, look up, look down, and tell me everything.
There's woven rugs, handmade with tassels on the ends. There's open shelves that have like a mishmash of glasses, but very beautifully displayed. It's very open, very white.
What is white?
The walls and the tiles.
So the house looks very new?
New but restored. I don't think it always had new features. So,
and what besides the kitchen, what else do you see?
There's stairs that go upstairs.
Yes.
They're the same color of the wood grain of the front door. And they go up to, I think, 3 rooms. One's a bathroom, and the other 2 are other rooms.
Yes. And you don't see anyone in the house?
No.
Do you feel this is the place that you have lived before?
Maybe.
What looks familiar to you?
The design concepts seem familiar.
What you can see from the windows?
Cobblestones. I feel a lot of love in the house.
Tell me a little bit more. What emotions you have right now?
Happiness.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of joy.
Mm-hmm. Where your joy is coming from?
A lot of like a very loving family.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. I want you to just enjoy this moment for a little bit. Just feel the joy, the love, the wonderful moments. And breathe it in. This deep memory. Mm-hmm. And let me know what else you can tell me.
The bathroom tile.
Uh-huh.
It's honeycomb style.
Mm-hmm. Why you're so familiar with the style? Who designed those?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. And
but it's familiar.
Yes. And do you feel you're male or female?
Female.
Uh-huh. And do you feel you're young or?
Old.
Uh-huh. How old are you? How do you feel?
Maybe 50s.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What else do you remember? And why the house is empty now?
I don't know. Maybe they moved. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Or maybe you moved.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And if you look at this house and tell me what else that is very special to you.
The memories.
What?
The memories.
Mm-hmm. And tell me about those memories.
Cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Holidays. There was always a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. And let's say, who are your family members?
My mom, dad,
mm-hmm.
Husband, kids.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there are other kids there too. Cousins maybe, or neighborhood kids.
And now I want you to use your knowing to find out what year is now or earlier. What kind of time we're talking about?
I think earlier.
Mm-hmm. See what number pops up.
5. 1. 9. 2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 digit?
Yes.
5192. Okay.
Yes.
So is this on Earth?
Yes.
And which part of this place on Earth? Geographically, if you can know the name.
I'm not sure.
If you see,
maybe
yeah, just trust.
Italy.
I see. And now I want you to keep going deep and just let me know what happened to all the family members.
I think we moved. I'm not sure.
All right, I'm gonna help you a little bit. So we're gonna go back and find out what happened to them and where did they go. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. On the count of 1, you will know what happened to everyone or your family member. 3, moving back. 2, to that moment. And 1.
They moved.
Yeah.
And we're now in a new country, but not everyone came. And I think some may have passed away, but I still feel energy of people still with me. But I think I can't tell if we're still in the same country or I think a new one.
A new, different country?
A different country.
And why did you come back?
Think opportunity. And to be able to have a better lifestyle.
So when you're here, since you don't see anyone in the house, and do you want to, let's say, visit your neighbor to see if you know any of those people? Just imagine you're outside of the house. You look at other houses.
I don't know any of the neighbors, but I recognize them. I feel like we were like all kids at one point, but they stayed. And I didn't.
But they cannot recognize you anymore?
No, they recognize me, but I think it was not right away.
So it seems that this is some time in the future. So what do you, let's say, what do you eat? Or when you were together in that house, what do you eat?
There was always a lot of food. It was all handmade. A lot of it was handmade pasta, There's a lot of vegetables. There was a garden in the back. A lot of the vegetables that we ate came from the garden.
So now I want you to just focus on something else. What kind of a technology you use, which is different from what we know of?
There's a lot of kneading pasta dough by hand.
Say one more time.
It was a lot of kneading the pasta dough by hand. And there was like a crank on the side of the counter that rolled the lasagna sheets. I don't think there was a microwave, but there was ovens. There were outlets and stoves.
And electric?
Yes.
There's any type of TV-like thing?
There.
What do you do?
I don't remember. I don't know if there was.
What do you do for, let's say, entertainment?
I feel like it was all like playing board games or games. It's all family group orientated.
So what do you use to move around? Let's say if you want to go to a different community or village.
We had a car or ferry boats.
I see. So now I want you to just close this scene and we'll just go to another important day of their life, which is make some impact in this life. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. On the count of 3, you'll be there. 1, moving to another important day. 2, getting close. And 3.
I'm not sure.
What do you see?
I don't see anything. But I feel something.
Yes.
I feel like I'm maybe staring up and looking at stars.
Stars?
It's very dark around me.
You don't feel you have a body?
I do feel like I have a body. I am able to feel like I feel the surface.
The surface of.
Like I'm laying on cold slate. And I also feel like I smell like fresh grass.
Just give yourself a little bit more time to understand this environment.
I'm able to, like if I stretch my arm out, I can feel grass. It almost seems like the sun might be setting or rising.
You are rising?
Setting or rising. I can't tell.
So you are moving.
I'm not moving. I feel like I'm still laying down and staring up at the sky but can see stars.
And if you take a quick look of your body, what do you look like?
I feel like I'm a lot younger. Not as tall
as you are now.
Do
you look like someone else?
I think it's still me, but just younger.
Like, how do you feel?
Like 5, 6.
What are you wearing?
I don't have shoes on. I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts. And my hair is down with bangs.
And you're on the grass?
I feel like I'm still on this slate, or like a stepping stone, but the grass is right next to me.
Are you laying or yes?
Yeah, laying down.
Why you're in this place? What do you feel?
I feel peaceful. Yeah, not very like not a care in the world, but also very safe.
If you look around, what do you see around you?
A barn.
Your what?
Yeah, I think it's mine. And a house with a lot of gardens. And like a pen area for animals, I think.
What animals do you see?
I don't see any, but I hear them. Goats, horses, and that's all I can hear.
And do you feel this place is somewhere you know?
Not necessarily. It doesn't have that same familiar feeling.
Okay. So now, just feel what is that you feel you're connected with in this place?
The earth.
The what?
The earth.
The earth. Very good. So I want you to close a little bit more. Just feel the ground. Feel the vibration of earth, the energy from earth. And you can start communicating with earth. And each breath, you feel more and more the energy from it to you. And also, the more you feel earth, the more you can hear the message from earth. the words, the greetings. Let me know, what do you hear? What do you sense?
I feel like I'm hearing they are saying to protect it.
To
protect it.
Who is protected? You are?
I feel like it's the earth saying.
Is.
The earth telling the little girl and me.
Yeah.
To protect it.
To protect the earth?
Yes.
And do you know how? Ask earth. Maybe you do know. Maybe you just forgot.
I think I know how.
Just use your deep knowing, and when you breathe in and out, and when you exhale, you can go deeper within and understand this mission. What you can do to protect Earth.
To educate.
The what?
To educate other people.
To educate?
Yes.
Tell me more.
To teach others about the environment and to open their minds and viewpoints.
Their minds?
But I feel like since I'm young, I feel like there's like a sense of not being taken seriously.
But now the question is, why you? Ask Earth. Is this something that you have done before? Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I feel like the answer I'm getting is because I was chosen.
All right. So now I'm going to take you to the moment when you were chosen. So we're going to take a closer look to really understand why you were chosen, for what reason, and what you were supposed to do. So I'm going to count from 3 to 1. On a count of 1, you'll be there. 3, we're going to that moment. 2, you are moving back to that moment, and you're moving faster and faster. And 1. Where are you?
dome of some
Dome.
sort.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in space, floating, but I can walk.
Yeah.
So,
What do you look like?
I think I'm still human.
Uh-huh.
I have 2 feet,
Mm-hmm.
2 hands.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You're male energy or female?
Male.
Mm-hmm. How you're dressed?
In a suit.
Uh-huh.
Not a business suit.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like a whole body suit.
Oh, it's like a.
It's not a. It's not a space suit.
It's like a spacesuit.
But similar.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have anything over my face. So I don't have a shield or anything like that.
Uh-huh. And tell me what your face looks like.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Fair skin.
Mm-hmm.
Larger nose.
Mm-hmm.
2 eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhat like brushed hair.
Brushed hair. Mm-hmm. What is the color of the hair?
Light brown.
Uh-huh. They're short?
Yes, cut.
Uh-huh. And how tall are you?
Around 6 feet.
Uh-huh. So the suit is almost like a skin tight?
Yes.
What is the color?
Black and maroon.
Black and
maroon.
Uh-huh. And are you carrying anything?
Right now, no.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the device that I'm in is very large.
Yeah.
Able to carry things. Like I could bring things from one room to another.
Bring what from the one room to another?
Like remotes or
Remote?
controls.
Uh-huh.
Like a remote controller or
Uh-huh. Some sort of a device?
Yes.
And how big are they?
Like handheld.
Uh-huh. All right. So what is this place? If you look around, it's like a dome?
I think it's like a spaceship.
Uh-huh.
Of some sort.
Yes.
And there's other people.
Do they look like you?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And how many do you see?
I feel like they're maybe not all at once, but I feel their energy of maybe around 10 or 20.
Uh-huh. So you're inside of the spaceship?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So what do you do next?
I think we're on a mission to find another planet. Maybe like a planet that can also replicate Earth.
Uh-huh. What is that for?
To save our Earth.
Ah. Tell me more about this. And also what kind of role you play in this plan. in this mission?
I was put in charge of it to find the best possible solution for another planet where other people could live and reside.
So is this because our Earth is no longer sustainable?
Yes.
So what will happen? So people will have to move to another planet?
Eventually, if we want to keep our Earth.
And so when, let's say, what kind of time we're talking about? Right now it's 2022. Is this much later in the future?
I think so.
Like thousands of years later?
I think hundreds of years later.
Hundreds of years. I see. I see. So what is your mission?
To restore our original Earth and bring life to another Earth.
So what do you do to restore everything on Earth and bring those to the new Earth?
Teach people about another option of Earth.
Yeah.
And bring light that this Earth is not able to sustain everything that humans have put it through.
So when you teach, this is you will be teaching in the future using our current time, 2022, or this life?
I think teaching in the future.
I see. So the new place, who will find the new planet?
There's a team of us that found it. And there's a lot of research around it to see if it could replicate all of Earth's.
So let's say, sorry, when you say replicate, what do you do to achieve that?
Like examining temperatures, making sure that there's water, and figuring out if there can be how to figure out the gravity situation, or if there's like a shield that can go around it to help with gravity, so that everyone can still stand how they stand here.
So is this some technology you use to make it happen, to manipulate, let's say, the gravity or weather, or how you do it?
There has to be technology manipulation for it to happen, which I don't know if it's good or not, but it's the only way to offload our current Earth.
Yes. And there's always a planet can be found to be able to replicate.
We located a planet that is as close as all of our research that meets the requirements.
I see. And have you been researching for a while?
Yes.
And this is the question, where did you learn this to do this, and who gave you this mission? Who assigned to you?
It was the president of our current Earth who assigned our team with this task.
I see. So again, why you? What you can do that make you stands out?
Because it has to be me.
Is there anything that you have done before for you to take this assignment?
I've been in research for a very long time, and in space research for years, and have, I think, won awards for research.
I see. So can you tell me the year of this right now? See if what number comes out.
2. 8. 8. 0.
0. Okay, 2880. I see. And what is your name?
Doctor.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing X.
X.
I think that's it.
Oh, Dr. X? That sounds right?
Yes.
I see. So that time, year 2880, the president at that time assigned this mission to you?
Yes.
I see. And do you know, can you see or feel the name of the president?
I feel like I'm seeing him as a hologram.
As a what?
Hologram.
Hologram.
Yeah.
Very good. That's just he's a human.
He's human.
Can you come up with his name? What do people call him?
Goes by numbers.
Numbers, okay.
So it's President.
Yeah.
882. So it's this. It's matching the
give
year.
Give me the number again. 2880.
2882.
2882. So now my question is, at that time, what is the economic and social system? What you can tell me about the structure of the country?
It's I believe it's in a bit of a dictatorship. And there's major divides between classes.
Between what?
Classes. Like upper class, middle, lower.
And there's still countries?
I don't think so. I think it's more of just a north and south.
I see. So the classes, let's say the high class, middle class, and low class. What do you use to class people?
Jobs. And
what is considered high class?
Anything in research or medical and education.
So how is the consciousness level that time? Do people have higher awareness?
Yes and no, because I don't think that the system isn't working.
The system, meaning the government?
Yeah, the government.
Is not working because?
There's too much of a divide between people.
And is that the reason that cause Earth is no longer livable?
Yes.
What happened on Earth?
There were a lot of changes in government and power. And it continued like that for hundreds of years. And it made Earth not be able to
inhabitable.
Yes.
So what is let's say what Earth is lack of, or let's say water.
Yeah. So there are no more animals.
What?
There are no more animals.
Not at all.
No. And there's all of our food is
what?
All of our food is made in factories and grown. And there's no.
Do we have trees?
There's very little green life left. And we don't have safe running water.
How is the climate?
The climate is hot.
Uh-huh.
And it doesn't rain. It is brown.
Uh-huh. So it's dry.
It's very dry, and the ground is very cracked.
Uh-huh.
Because of no water.
Mm-hmm. So what people do when there's limited water?
There are stations, almost like food banks, for food and water. But unfortunately, I think people are dying because of it. Because we can't. The earth is not sustainable.
Mm-hmm. I see. Anything you look at it, the situation now that you feel you want to let me know? Anything else?
There's hope
Mm-hmm.
in the new world,
Mm-hmm.
and we can create it without the same government leadership.
So does this situation raise people's consciousness?
It does.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think maybe it's not enough, or I feel like there's just not enough resources for people who are amongst the lower classes.
I see. So does this life, this is about 600 years later, so how does this future life affects Jesse's life in 2022?
I am very conscious of the environment and of the world. And I feel like it does want me, I do always want to have a cleaner earth and world, but it's tough to change people's points of views in terms of waste and.
So what is Jesse's mission in this life? Let's go deeper. You know and remember why you came here.
To educate and to be a part of the process to save our earth.
So what happened when she was 6 years old?
I think she realized how much she loved the outdoors, and the simplicity of what the world has to offer, or Earth has to offer.
That is a reminder.
Yeah.
So what she can do as this one person to protect this entire Earth, this planet. How she can teach people.
She can She can do the best that she can to educate and make a difference in government and in law.
Is this something that she'll be doing? Because she is wondering if the current career is the right for her. It seems there will be a change.
Yes.
She will choose something to do that can teach or influence others. If you can see anything particular.
Shaking hands with someone.
Oh, let's see.
I think it's the day I accepted the mission.
This is in the future or this life?
The future.
But the future of this life?
Yes.
And is this the person who's shaking your hand is from higher dimension? Let's take a look. Who give you this mission in this life?
I think the Earth.
Is Earth?
Yeah.
Is the consciousness of Earth?
Yes.
So now I'm going to let you go to that moment, and I want you to really understand everything about this assignment. 1, 2, go deeper and deeper and really understand this assignment. 3.
And I think I was chosen. And I think the handshake was with my future self and myself.
Yes.
Now.
So what takes to receive this mission? Let me ask this way, because in the future, 600 years later, you will be doing this, and that is also now. So that shows that you're capable to do this mission.
Yes.
Do you have anyone else to do this with you?
I feel the energy of other people.
Do you feel they're going to work together with you or under you?
I feel a little bit of a leadership type of hierarchy, but still team-oriented.
Still what?
Team-oriented.
Okay, I see. And how many do you say this team? In this team? 10, 20? Or more?
Let's say a few hundred.
Oh, very good. So what is about this year 5192? Why that scene? Why that? What's the meaning behind those beautiful houses?
I think we lived in it at some point, and they're always brought back joyful memories where there were colors and water, and the world was more.
So is this something that is showing you and telling us that if we actually the question is this on the replicate the new planet? So we're having this life on this new planet?
Actually, yeah, I think so.
And we never need to go back to the old one. And so on this planet we have a better life.
Yes.
And so Italy is just something that we build, let's say a country looks like Italy. Is there anything else that you want to tell me about this future life, this new life on new planet in 5192?
It will be filled with equal opportunity, but not such socialist views.
Social what?
Socialist views. There will be hierarchy, but not as rigid.
So people live their life in a very different way compared with now?
A little, yeah. There won't be as much maybe greed.
So do we work at that time?
Yes. And we can all make like good and decent livings. But also too, it goes back to the community.
So we live in a community. And do we use money?
I think it's more trading.
Like goods to goods?
Yes.
And do we have government?
Sort of, but not like we do now.
So let's say much smaller.
Yeah, much smaller.
It seems like there's not that much technology being used.
No, not a lot.
So do we at that time travel to other planets?
I think we can. I think we can. I don't think people really do.
Because?
Well, I think we can travel to other parts of the planet, which are maybe bigger, but we can't. I think it's hard to leave.
To leave Earth?
Yeah, to leave the second Earth. Like there's a shield around it.
I see.
Protecting it from harmful things or people.
And also to maintain the gravity?
Yes.
I see. And in a way, the shield is, how to say, this having this shield has something to do with your work.
Yes.
Very good. So far seems Jessie did not realize this is something has, how to say, to protect Earth environmentally is something that is part of her mission. Why she did not realize this?
I think it's because focused on like money driven careers.
So what made her, who made her come to do this session?
Her.
Herself? For what reason?
To seek more about her.
To unfold her purpose? It's time for her to know?
Yes.
And let's say she feels some sort of anxiety. And is this anxiety is in, how to say, another way to look at it is some sort of push for her to come to do this kind of healing, to unfold.
Yes.
So anxiety can play the role as like an accelerator.
Yes.
So now I want to take Jessie to the moment to understand a little bit more about her purpose. I want her to go to the moment before she came to Earth, before she, actually at the moment when she knows what she's going to do in this life. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. On the count of 1, you will be there. 3, we're going back to that pre-birth moment. 2, you're flying back, flying faster and faster. I'm so excited to see who made you to come to Earth this time. And 1. Where are you?
In, I guess, a jungle-like place.
Yes.
There's a lot of ground coverage and a lot of trees.
Yes.
But there's also like a very, I don't know, large egg of some sort. And there's a very large bird or dinosaur.
Yes.
Or something. But it is not afraid.
Who is not afraid?
The
dinosaur?
The bird dinosaur. And then the egg starts to crack open. And it's another small dinosaur that I raise.
And where are you? Where you are, the dinosaur?
I think there's a separation. And in the mountains, there's a lot of trees though too.
Yes.
And
do you have some sort of form?
I think I'm another animal.
What are you?
I think a wolf.
Okay.
And protecting the dinosaurs. Or the baby dinosaur.
A baby dinosaur. Why you protect a different species from you?
There's something special about it.
What's the connection?
I think it's because we're both young.
Only you do this, or other, let's say, wolves do that too?
There are other wolves.
Something happened between you and the dinosaur, the big bird?
We're very loyal. And like family.
Is this on Earth?
I think so.
What happens next?
Teaching the little dinosaur how to survive. how to find food, how to swim.
What do you do to make them understand?
Reassure that it's okay to follow, and that I won't hurt them.
But how do you communicate with them?
We can talk.
In words?
In words.
What kind of sound do you make?
It's English language.
Oh. And how do you know that you have this responsibility?
It was always a part of our pact to protect.
So, do you also protect your own family members?
Yes.
Alright, so now the question is, what is this life being a wolf has anything to do with when before Jesse comes to Earth?
Yes. There's a lot of similar qualities.
Like, Jessie is the person who likes to take her responsibility because she cares.
Yes.
But because of that, also sometimes can create, let's say, anxiety or frustration.
Yes.
And how many lives had Jessie had on Earth? See the number.
5.
And can you see how many she had altogether as a physical being?
Um, 10.
Does this mean she also had many lives or many time that she's just remain as a spiritual being or energy being?
Yes.
So is this true that when you have a physical body that you can learn more and faster, to have the soul to evolve quicker?
Yes.
What made her decide to come to Earth this time, and why now?
It was the right time.
what made she decide to have this life theme? What challenges she made for herself?
Can you repeat?
So before she came, she chose this life as Jessie. So in this life, what kind of challenges she made for her to learn the lessons?
Instilling change can be very hard, and it's a very hard thing to teach and to change people and to educate them. And I guess not really to change them, but to
influence.
Influence them.
So that is a difficult task.
Yes.
But she can do it.
Yes.
So what she can do to not to focus on money-driven career?
Yes. Or to segue from that. Or to know that that is not the main driving force.
But let's say if she worries or concerns about the financial part, what do you say about that?
It's just money, and it will come if
she's on the right path.
Yes.
So that is always the case, always the way it works. If you're on the right path, then you will be supported.
Yes.
Financially and spiritually.
Yes.
So who is supporting us?
Financially.
Let's say.
Me. And my partner. And my mom and dad. Sometimes, but not. They support me in other ways. It's not just finance.
But let's say when we say the person is on the right path and the universe will always support them. So how does that work besides the people who are close to you?
The energy will support.
Yeah.
And will guide.
You are talking about the guides, spirit guides? Or the energy will just guide?
I think
Jessie?
the energy will guide.
How does that work?
I think there'll be strong poles that will pull her in the correct directions.
So this pole, this strong pole, is from where?
From Earth.
So Earth does that too. Obviously not one person. For everyone, Earth can do that to support us.
I think so, but I think it's more apparent in certain individuals.
It depends on that person's mission?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what we can do to, let's say, help Jessie to overcome this anxiety?
To not be fearful or worried about the future.
Mm-hmm.
And
or doubting.
And to know and to listen to
Mm-hmm.
and to feel the energy.
Mm-hmm.
And the energy pulls.
So what exactly she can do?
Focus on what might be pulling her in a different career direction. And not to fight it.
So she kind of knows what she
Yes.
should do. And just follow the intuition.
Yes.
Because she's doing something that's not made her in the alignment, that's why she feels the anxiety?
Yes.
And how about, let's say, the confidence part? It's also because of the current job?
Yes. And not having, or I think it's knowing this might not be for her.
Yeah.
And that being displayed as lack of confidence.
So when we're not sure, or sometimes we are sure we're doing the wrong thing, but if we don't take any action, then that can make us feel a lack of confidence. So is that also the reason that she cannot focus in the moment?
Yes. I feel like it's very, it takes a lot of energy. And it's then hard to focus on other things in life.
I see. So this part, it can be different. Let's say instead of controlling, but to let things go, what is the cause of that?
I think it's my innate nature for stability and structure. But it's not as rigid, I think, as it once was.
So is there anything that we need to do to heal this part, or this will be taken care of when she is on the right path?
I think when everything is aligned, these feelings will subside because I will be in the right track.
And everything will fall into the right place. And she will be able to be more relaxed.
Yes.
So who I'm speaking with right now?
this is me, but like a couple of weeks ahead.
Oh. What do you?
Not very far ahead, but maybe just, it's less than a month in the future.
So what do you say? Well, how do you call yourself?
Still Jessie.
Jessie in a couple weeks in the future.
Yes.
So, can you say you are also her soul?
Yes.
So, a couple weeks in the future, a couple weeks later, it seems it's very different from the Jessie now. She changes very fast.
Yes.
Is this her nature? Keep changing?
For the most part. Especially if she is not comfortable in career, in her career.
So why she did not change it on her own? It has been almost a year.
I think she was worried.
Is this because of her human mind?
Yes.
What we can do to improve that part?
To put her mind at ease. And to like put cold water on it.
Oh. How do we do that? Just use cold water?
Or ice cubes.
To put on her head?
Yes.
Oh.
To quiet to kind of like put out the fire. Or not the fire, but...
So the thoughts they're like fire?
Sometimes.
So they need to be cooled down?
Yes.
So does this work for most people? Or just her?
Probably, but I'm not sure.
So has she done something like that before?
She's taken cold showers, or held ice cubes.
So cold shower is also good for her?
Yes.
I see. So that will be effective?
Yes.
And does this being people pleaser has anything to do with her mind?
Yes.
Is this a type of fear? A belief?
Yes.
I see. Is there anything else that you think that you want to address? Or anything you want me to do for her?
I think reinforcing.
Say it one more time.
Reinforcing that everything will be okay.
She just needs to trust herself, trust her feeling.
Yes.
Do you feel that's all? Very good. And thank you for this dialogue. As Jessie's higher self, there's anything that you like to address today? Or give her as your guidance?
That she is capable.
Uh-huh.
Strong.
Yes.
Independent.
Uh-huh.
But still has support.
She has support?
Yes.
From you?
From me. And another energy.
Uh-huh. Which energy is that?
It's a male energy. Familiar. And very safe.
Is this her spirit guide? Or this is, let's say, Patrick?
I think it's Patrick.
So is that so? Is some energy that she decided to come to Earth together?
Yes.
For her to get support from?
Yes.
So they meant to be together?
Yes.
Very good. So it seems that there's nothing for her to worry about.
No.
Is there anything that you can advise her? Or anything you want to work on?
Being more present. In the moment.
Yes.
And not allowing other thoughts to flood in that are not applicable to that moment.
So what is the best way to achieve that? To put her into the current moment? Besides the ice cube?
To just focus on what's in front of her and anything that isn't tangible.
Yeah.
To not put energy towards.
Right. So can we say eliminate the thinking?
Yes.
There's not much we need to think. Let's say besides planning what to do next, let's say the next day, to make the calendar. And other than that, we don't have to think much.
Yes.
So when we realize we're thinking, we can just end it.
Yes.
And if we do that often, that becomes some, let's say a habit.
Yes.
So instead of thinking, we need to feel.
Yes.
So you took her, let's say she was in the future about 3,000 years later and also 600 years later. This, it seems you took her to those time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So you want to show her the future for her to know her purpose of this life?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if she's always doing something to protect Earth. Why she had only 5 lives on Earth? And that's not including the future life.
And I think she came back
Mm-hmm.
a lot, but more in energy.
Uh-huh.
Not so much fully came back. And I think her times coming back were absolutely necessary. And there was real purpose behind each of the times.
Uh-huh. So each time, she doesn't have many lives on Earth, but each time she served, let's say, her soul's full purpose.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And each time she brings more energy.
Yes.
Uh-huh. I see. I see. Yeah, it seems 600 years later, Earth does not look too good that time.
No.
Mm-hmm. So Earth will need someone like her more.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But eventually, 3,000 years later, when we move to the second Earth, then things are getting better.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Is there anything else you would like to let her know?
No.
Very good. So you feel we're complete?
Yes.
I appreciate this communication. And now I want Jessie to listen to my voice. And after we went through a different timeline to look at it, what you will be doing. And now it's time for us to come back to this time, to this moment and this place. Because this life is the most important life after all. And this is the life right now you're focusing on. So I'm going to count from 1 to 5. On the count of 5, you'll come back feeling wonderful. 1. Now we're slowly but peacefully coming back with all the knowing, everything that you have experienced. They will be integrated to your current life and to make you understand more of your purpose. 2. Now you started feeling your blood is circulating a little faster. 3. Now you started hearing the sounds inside of the room and outside of the room. 4. Coming back very nicely. And 5. Feeling wonderful all over. Oh, come back. How do you feel?
Good.
It's really, really hard for me to hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I managed. Do you remember? Not much.
Not much. I remember emotions. The feeling very happy. I think that's why I immediately just went from my eyes.
Yes. And how long do you think?
I have no idea.
So just take a guess.
40 minutes? I literally have no idea. Well, it's dark out, so
2 hours.
2 hours? Are you serious? Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah.
was a long time.
What
is it, 9?
9:40.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. I have no recollection of time.
Yeah, because there's time travel. Right? There's time and space.
Yeah.
But you went to the future. Do you remember? Year 5192.
No. Hopefully I'm not here.
And it's like, really? 5? Start from 5? Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's about 3,000 years later.
Interesting. I will say, I feel like I'm not surprised I went to the future because I feel like a lot of my things that I focus on, it's all future. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And also year 2880. So 600 years later.
Oh. Interesting. Huh.
No past life. Yeah, not really. But doesn't matter. Everything happens at the same time.
Yeah.